Hey everyone, welcome back. I am Joe Truemark and I am the Halo Enthusiast. If you have only just joined me, I recommend going back to the welcome video and watching that, as it will give you a breakdown of what I will be covering and where you are in my schedule. But if not, let's press on to the good stuff. So, the whole point in these practice sessions is to get your brain to be subconsciously aware of the thumbstick sensitivity against whatever game sensitivity you are using. The aim is to close the gap between your effectiveness on all ranges. So if you are using a high sensitivity, you can maintain accurate shots at long distance and still have great close range versatility. And if on a low sensitivity, you can maintain your ranged edge but work on a close range combat. It is to try and make your brain seamlessly interchange between ranges so that you can try and have the best of both worlds as often as you can. Everyone wants their cake, right? So let's grab a fork. So, you should have my gun range bookmarked from a previous video. If not and you are joining me for the first time, go to my video 1.2 gun range introduction. So, exercise 1. First off, go to the jumper and make your way to the top. Move over to the first exercise on the left. If you have not already picked yourself up a weapon, I would suggest grabbing a combat evolved pistol on the bench. Go ahead and move up the ramp to the red floating floor and you will see yellow blocks arranged in a vertical/horizontal manner with red targets at the end of each. On this exercise you will need to leave the movement thumbstick alone, as you must be able to aim without moving. The first exercise is to line yourself up in the middle, then shoot the target on the left and then move your cursor as fast as you can without moving it outside of the yellow blocks to the right target, and shoot this one as well. Move right to left and left to right as many times as you feel comfortable, shooting the targets as fast as you can. I recommend that you do this at least 10 times, but you can do it more if you choose. Then do exactly the same, moving vertically with the cursor up and down. Don't worry if your cursor comes out of the lines and goes a bit wobbly, as this is a warm-up, but eventually your aim will be steady if you persevere. The point of this exercise is for you to become accustomed to your aim in full speed so that you can aim at close range targets easily. When comfortable and you've got this section down, move on behind you to exercise 2. Okay, so exercise 2. Exercise 2 is the idea to do is exactly the same as exercise 1, but to slow your aim down and take out the 12 targets with each rotation, which should then see your weapon reload. Do this left to right and up and down and vice versa like before in exercise 1. The idea behind this exercise is to get a feel for the sensitivity when you need to slow down and control your aim. If you miss a shot, just ignore it and come back on the return rotation. When satisfied, move on to the next exercise on your far right square. Okay, so now we move on to exercise 3. This exercise you should see the blocks arranged so that when you stand on the red platform, you can see the targets can be tracked diagonally. I recommend that you start on the far left and rotate slowly right all the way to the end shooting the targets, then follow this back to the left to start and repeat. This is a very important exercise as it will teach you the boundaries of the diagonal sensitivity in the thumbsticks. This is quite possibly the most important way of aiming to learn. On this exercise you will probably feel your brain and thumb working overtime to try and get this right. This is a good sign as it is getting you used to aiming without thinking, but also if it is taking you more effort to aim, it is a good indication that you needed this exercise. Once you can move the cursor and everything seems natural, you are well on your way to having solid aim. Okay, so now to move on to exercise 4. So go behind you and directly behind you, you stand on the red platform as before. Follow these rings around with your aim, anti-clockwise and clockwise, shooting the targets in full rotations as many times as you feel comfortable. Move through all target circle ranges until you feel done. This exercise is for you to feel comfortable keeping your thumb on the stick, as when playing you may reposition your thumb to get better leverage, but this can impact your game for a split second. This will help you maintain more control. Okay, so This is a full warm-up set. If you find yourself struggling at any stage, just simply repeat over and over again until you can do all exercises flawlessly and without trying too much. If you can't do it flawlessly without sinking massive amounts of time, don't worry. Just accept that you are making good progress and come back to it later. I like to do these exercises before I go into a few matches and then cool down with it after I'm done. Until you are satisfied with your aim most of the time, I would recommend that rather than play endless matches, maybe come out and recalibrate your aim and then jump back in. It will give you the break and boost that you need. So PS, the reason I advise the Combat Evolved pistol is because you can shoot the targets with a single shot, but in order to get a feel with different reticules and to fill the shots with different guns, I recommend picking ones up that you want to practice with and doing the same exercises over and over. With the custom game type I have made, you will have unlimited ammo, so you can shoot and shoot until your heart is content. To finish further, go back to the beginning where you initially spawned and you will have every gun available to you, so you can get a good feeling with each gun, and a static target range for a bit of free play practice. There are vehicles to shoot at with explosive ordnance, and a Banshee and Phaeton for some aerial practice, and a Mantis for some basic vehicle shooting practice. So for best results, I recommend that you do these every day. Even if you don't play every day, at least do the warm-up aiming sessions, and when you come back to play you will definitely feel the benefit. So I hope you can see the value of practicing on these targets. It is good for you to have moments like this where absolutely no one is shooting at you, as you have the time to analyse how the shots work and how your aim works without you being interrupted. I haven't mentioned this before, but emotion plays a big part when you play, and you may get so involved and worked up in a game that it's hard for you to pause and think straight. These exercises will give you the space you need to focus without being distracted, because you need to ask yourself, if you can't hit stationary targets quickly in a quiet gun range, how can you expect to hit targets when they are running around and shooting back? Hopefully next time when you play, you can take what you have learned and practiced here, keep calm and focused on getting accurate shots, giving you less chance of fuddling your aim and getting overwhelmed. In the next exercise we are going to learn to track our targets with greater precision to try and get those sweet perfect shots you have been dreaming of. So when you are ready, let's press on. But if that's enough for you right now, just remember, take it easy, be good to each other, and play Halo. This is the Halo Enthusiast signing off and wishing you well in all things Halo.